Hello again, and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be tuning in from. Welcome to today's Power Boost. And today we ask a question: who you can and will become. Who you can and will become. And our meditation is going to have us focus on the answer. And the answer to who you can and will become is you already are. Who you can and will become, you already are. And so what we're focusing on with regard to that answer is the misunderstanding, which is not something that you haven't heard before, but we want to zero in on that individually during this short empowerment time that we have together. So the reason that this has been so challenging for us all is that we've been looking, where we have been focusing is externally. And so who we are is encompassed within. And once we understand and appreciate how to use our meditation to conduct that search, we'll discover that we already are. We have this mostly negative understanding of what it means to be introverted. And so this understanding of introversion as withdrawn, maybe even antisocial or hostile or too reserved, is a very narrow definition. The deeper definition, and the one that will serve you, is understanding that your world within is where you should, shall we say, where you should be coming from, and not the world without. And so the introverted person understands that. And what you are looking for within is what harmonizes, what supports your well-being, and how to enhance that. And so let's go within today and find that you that's been obscured, that's been hidden. And what is obscuring it? What is hiding it? But what is hiding it is all of the false identities that we allow to determine how we function. And so, what are those? Well, usually it has to do with something physical, what we look like, maybe the race, gender, nationality, profession, and all of those temporal, limited identities which cannot and do not define you. And so if we are to move away from those and focus within and be truly introverted with regard to how we relate to our world, then we will discover that true self that we've been pointing to. This pilgrimage, this journey inward, is to find that space, is to find that position of permanence, to find that position of that all-encompassing perspective that then allows you to make your world, to shape your world, to shape your exterior in such a way that it's consistent with what would be your speciality. We all have these distinct qualities, and there are things that we each have that only we can do as well, that only we can fashion and shape and say as well, because that is our purpose here. That is our function. But it doesn't come from the outside, and it shouldn't be based on how much you can earn or how popular you can become, or maybe how many people in your sphere of influence you can control. It is really an opportunity for us to serve. And it is in serving that we find our true selves. It is in giving that we will become all that we can. It is in sharing that unique perspective, that unique self that only you can provide. These parts that we play are so individual. No one else can play your part. We are all stars for the roles that we play. No one else can play that role. And so when you find that, when you are able to discover not only why you're here, but also to discover how you accomplish all of the desired goals on this journey, then you are happy. You are contributing fully. You are giving all that you have, effortlessly, timelessly. And so all that you can and will be, you already are. And so you want to make of your life this journey of discovery. And that means that you have to become introverted in the true sense of the word. You have to become focused on all that you already are by removing all that's false, removing ego, removing everything that's temporal, and understanding and appreciating that you are never in need, that you don't want for anything. And when you come to that understanding, you will find that you can truly be at peace. And you can begin to share that power that we want, that you are able to emerge today and every day. So let's stay in that question. Let's stay in this mode of inquiry. Let's withdraw from the exterior. And let the body itself fall away. Let the mood fall away. Let any feelings of discomfort fall away. And begin to appreciate this timeless, fully capable, fully stocked, if you will, with all that's required. And begin to unpack all that is not. Examine every identity that you've been associating yourself with, and you'll see the limitations of it. You'll see that gender cannot and does not define you. You're beyond that. Race does not define you. Nationality does not define you. Occupation does not define you. Income does not define you. It allows for your manipulation. It allows for the ups and downs that keeps you from that equilibrium, that balance, that equipoise that has you be able to function at your highest level. It's the false self, ego, and all that attends ego that is the enemy. And that is what gives rise to those vices that we remind you of. Anger is not your friend. Greed is not your friend. Attachment is not your friend. Lust is not your friend. These are all our degraded sense of being. And when we are able to move to that higher level of function, all of those we can dispense with. And in doing so, what emerges is who you are. This special soul with this special gift that you brought to share with the world. And so today's meditation is for you to find that gift, to identify it. It will bring you joy and satisfaction and happiness and contentment. And it will allow you to make your world, the world, the place that it can and should be. And now is the time to do that. Now is the time to recreate, to replant, if you will. And you are able to appreciate, if you think of yourself as this seed that we want you to identify with, the true self, you can see that this is the time for sowing, this time of upheaval, is time to replant, resow, regrow, recuperate. So make this investment in the new you today. And know that it's there for you to find. And no one else but you can find you. No one else but you knows who you are. And so begin that search in earnest. All that you can and will be, you already are. And you are wonderful. You are accomplished. You are loved. You are appreciated. You are noble. You are virtuous. You are blessed. And when you are able to have that view, what will come into your view is all others of your brothers that are like you and like-minded. And as you find it your way, you will help others to do the same. And so let's start that process today and make time every day, not only during the times you listen to these Powerboost meditations, but make time on your own. And every moment that you can be released from these binding ties that are restricting you will move you closer to that full liberation, where you can soar like an eagle and not be tied and not be afraid and not be governed by all that's not in your interest. And so let's make today that day.